Right here in Newtown, Connecticut, the site today of a mass shooting, and this time gunfire aimed at elementary school children.
Good evening, everyone. The reaction of so many people today was, oh no, not again. Another high school, Columbine High in Littleton, Colorado, this time on the edge of Denver. It has been a horror. The spokesman for the local sheriff's office speaks of as many as 25 fatalities inside the school, the gunman, fellow students who rushed the school and opened fire for reasons we do not know yet, for reasons we may never know. 2 of the young killers are dead. The sheriff says it looks like a suicide mission. The sheriff's giving us the first hint of what it was like in there today. Very violent inside Columbine High today. It began just before the lunch break. Our first reporter, so maybe...
911, what's your emergency?
Yeah, I think there's a shooting at my school.
We have units on the way. Can you find the perpetrator, the men with a gun?
No, not really. Like, seems like a lot of people over there.
Can you tell me where you are? How many people? Can you see the perpetrators? Can you see the guys with the gun? Are you inside or outside? Hello? Shut that. Hello? 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 Can you pick up? Hello?
Hello?
Can you tell me where you are?
Hello?
Can you tell me where you are?
They're shooting in the school.
Where are you at?
Help me! Shut the fucking shooter! Shut the fucking talk!
Perpetrator has a gun.
I think everyone is just asking, parent or not, like, how does something like this happen?
Starts with someone who is fundamentally resentful and alienated and blames others. All right? And then it progresses from there to someone who identifies with the idea of destruction as a matter of stature. And then the person becomes increasingly withdrawn as they get a little older and they have social or sexual frustration and incompetence. And then from there they become, and this is a key step, they become invested in the idea of blaming everybody around them. Along the way, the 24-hour news cycle is taking these people who are angry at the world and building him up as larger than life, just as, for example, we saw the picture of him behind us, and we would otherwise be a totally unremarkable person. And they identify with the mass killer. And then, and this is, I want to compliment the Connecticut police for doing this, they know what he says his motive is. They're not telling us, and that's correct. Because what is they've been on his computer, they know what he's written, they know what his stated grievance is, but the point is, this is indefensible. There is no grievance. Just let me make this point. He sees, and that could be a person watching this program, which is chilling, could be a child of anybody in this room, who says, you know what? He sees us saying, we failed, and he taps into the idea that people deserve this.
town this morning, Amy Robach. 20 families dealing with a loss that is impossible to imagine, the loss of a little child. And you spoke to one family.
Richard and Krista Rico say that talking about their Jessica brings tiny moments of comfort.
She was a ball of fire. She ruled the roost.
Our little CEO, we called her. You know, she was the boss.
When the call came on Friday morning that Sandy Hook Elementary was on lockdown, Krista Ricos rushed through the town where she and her husband were both raised.
And as I was running, I was just kept thinking, I'm coming for you, honey, I'm coming. And I got to the firehouse.
We had no idea at that point. We thought, okay,
we're just waiting.
The reports are that, one or two people may have been injured.
I walked around the firehouse. It's like, maybe she's in there. Maybe she's there.
Yeah, I must have done 100 laps.
I knew exactly what she was wearing. I knew I was going to see her little ponytail come around the corner and her jacket and her black glittery Uggs that she had on that morning. And I knew I was going to see her, and I didn't.
There was still hope.
Tell me, my little girl was gone.
There was so much panic and confusion when that announcement was made. The life was just sucked out of everyone in the room. And, I just point blank found a state trooper and was like, are there any survivors? Or, are you telling me that standing here as a parent, my child is gone?
Too many of these tragedies in the past few years. And each time I learn the news, I react not as a president, but as anybody else would, as a parent. And that was especially true today. I know there's not a parent in America who doesn't feel the same overwhelming grief that I do. The majority of those who died today were children. Beautiful little kids between the ages of 5 and 10 years old. They had their entire lives ahead of them. Birthdays, graduations, weddings, kids of their own. Among the fallen were also teachers, men and women who devoted their lives to helping our children fulfill their dreams.
I put one of my students on top of the toilet dispenser. I just knew we had to get in there. I was just telling them it's going to be okay. You're going to be all right. Because I was just so afraid that if he did come in and then he would hear us and then he would maybe just start shooting the door. So I said, no, we just have to be absolutely quiet. And I said, there are bad guys out there now. We need to wait for the good guys. They're coming down. I wanted us to be okay. So saddened that there are people who in this situation are not okay. And my heart goes out to anyone who knew them and was part of their lives. I just can't imagine.
Did they cry?
No, if they started crying, I would take their face and say, it's gonna be okay, show me your smile. I really tried to I'm hearing the gunfire in the hallway, and I'm thinking in my mind, I'm the first classroom. Why isn't he coming? I'm thinking we're next, and and in my mind I'm thinking, as a 6-year-old, 7-year-old, what are your thoughts? What are your, and I'm thinking that I have to almost be their parent. I have to tell them, So I said to them, I need you to know that I love you all very much and that it's going to be okay, because I thought that was the last thing they were ever going to hear. I thought we were all going to die. You know, and I don't know if that's okay, you know, teachers and, you know, but I wanted them to know someone loved them, and I wanted that to be one of the last things they heard. Not the gunfire in the hallway.
Really hard time, and we all banded together and lifted us up basically. And I don't know, you know, what I would have done without the support of my family and friends. Family and friends are very, very important, and faith, to get through anything, you know, traumatic in somebody's life.
I want people to remember Sandy Hook as a place where change began. Not just the terrible incident, but, you know, a lot of things need to change, and hopefully this will be the start.
Yeah. Maybe Sandy Hook can be associated with the place where people put their opposing views aside and make this a better place, make the world a better place.
Free school